41 days in, I'm feeling like, wouldn't it be nice to eat something besides ruminant meat, salt, and water? So I'm having major cravings today, so I'm just gonna keep cooking meat. That's the plan. It's day 39 of the Lion Diet, and I'm out to lunch with my family, and we're at Boulder Tap House, and I got just plain burger patties. I asked them to clean the grill, no seasoning. We got the boys a couple kids meals, but it's very interesting. One of the kids meals options was macaroni and cheese, and the kids wanted to have a little side of it, so we ordered one of those, and it was literally macaroni and cheese, fruit, and a cookie. No, and it's not even like real macaroni, not even real cheese, because you would think, well, gosh, it's got to have real cheese, so there's some protein or something. But no, it's like literally Kraft macaroni and cheese. And then another option, there's this grilled peanut butter and jelly. Just this is what we feed our kids. It's just not. There's no nutrition. There's no protein, and it's no wonder the kids are so sick. We also got the kids chicken here, and they have this. It's nice. It looks like it's hand breaded, and it's still delicious looking, to be honest. But so they got some chicken, some fruit, and some water, and I got my burger patties, and my husband got some chicken. So that's lunch today. I feel like I should be losing weight because the amount of movement that I do, but I'm still eating 2,000 to 2,200 calories, sometimes more. So maybe it's the amount I'm eating, I guess. But they say calories aren't the same. So, if I'm eating these high protein, high fat animal products, high quality food, then I feel like being full should be okay. So I know that a lot of people in our challenge are doing the 1,600 calories thing. That's a deficit to me. That's definitely a deficit. And those people aren't losing tons of weight. So I don't know what I think about the deficit thing. I know one thing's for sure, that if I'm super hungry, then I'm more likely to grab something non-lion, and my lion thing, which is about healing, goes to the wayside. Well, I lost the nap battle. They just like to take their nap in the stroller. So, you know what? I feel better at the end of the day if I get this walk. Okay, I've got 2 victories to share. Number 1. Last year, I walked and it was actually this fall, so this isn't that long ago. I walked a half marathon, and I wore these exact shoes. And 3 miles in, my feet started burning and going numb. So last summer, I did a lot of walking, but I walked in these sandals that have a strap over your foot and then straps around your ankle. So that's what I walked in every day, with sandals over the summer. My long walks, not tennis shoes, but sandals. So I go to do this half marathon in tennis shoes, and my feet go numb. So my husband saves the day, and he comes and he brings me my shoes. And I mean, it was so bad that I walked part of the race barefoot, and the police officers were all like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm totally fine. Like, I have tons of stamina. My shoes are bothering me." We're 5 miles into our walk, and I just heard Stacy from Keto and Court say that she's doing 7 miles today. It's that I out in a loop because I want to be cool like Stacy, and my legs just feel amazing. And I was so tired, and now I feel zippy. Yesterday, I went for 3 different walks, and if you look at my statistics yesterday, you're going to see I walked 36,000 steps, almost 37,000. Not 1 minute of foot numbness or burning. Not one. This fall, when I did the race, I was in the carnivore diet, and some things were still inflaming me. So my feet were still going numb. And then now I'm on Lion, and no burning or numbness. None. So that just tells me I might mostly need to be Lion. I'm already thinking ahead of, I've got 2 cruises planned this year, and then we've got Hack Your Health, and I'm going to Keto Palooza. So I've got all these trips planned. Am I going to stay Lion on those trips? And my heart goes, no way, you're going to have some cheese. But my body says, better just wait until we get closer to make that decision. So That's win number one. So win number two is a work in progress, and that is shakiness runs in my family. My dad has a lot of tremors. My grandma also had a lot of tremors. Throughout my life, I have also had tremors, and currently the camera might say otherwise, but I'm fairly tremor free, and I'm hoping that with the chronic inflammatory response syndrome treatment plan that I'm on, the Shoemaker protocol, that hopefully I never get the tremors that run in my family. And I have a feeling I know what the tremors are. I think the tremors are from living in this old house that we all lived in. Personally, that's what I think. Also, blood sugar dysregulation. My grandma suffered from alcoholism, so her whole nervous system was damaged for sure, and then with my dad, I'm sure it's the blood sugar, and then also just the years of working in old garages and buildings and living in one, and so hoping to reverse that for myself and my kids. Lion Diet Day 40, and I'm on my walk this morning. We're doing our walk in the morning because this afternoon it's supposed to rain, so I moved everything around. I prefer to walk outside because I think that fresh air is an added benefit to the entire purpose here. I like the change in incline. I like my kids getting the fresh air. The only thing is it's greening up, so my eyes are very watery. I gotta be honest, the first half of this walk was horrendous. My kids were punching and kicking and screaming at each other, and I had to stop every 5 minutes and tell them, knock it off, knock it off. And I recorded some of myself being perturbed, but the thing is I wasn't living in gratitude. I am grateful to be a stay-at-home mom. I think being a stay-at-home mom is a luxury. And I know sometimes it's not luxurious, like most people who have a stay-at-home parent. That means maybe you live with your parents. Maybe you have one car. Maybe you have to cut the money somewhere, because these days we need two working parents just to pay the rent, just to pay the mortgage. You need two working parents these days. So being a stay-at-home parent is a luxury. And I know I complain a lot because they drive me nuts. This is insert where people say, I could never be a stay-at-home mom. My kids drive me nuts. But I know that nurturing them and being with them and getting to watch them grow and teach them things, it's a luxury. It's an exhausting luxury, but it's a luxury. If I could guess what I'm going to eat today, I'm going to eat some lamb. I think I'm going to have 2 meals of lamb, actually. One is the leftover lamb, are they called shanks? Because I already pulled them out to thaw them, and I took a taste and they were delicious. So then the second thing would be I bought a lamb, I don't remember what it's called, but it looks like a steak with a lot of fat in it. And probably some burger patties, and the kids will have some burger patties too, and I have some leftover meatballs for them, and maybe some cheese and yogurt. So that's what the plan for day number 40 is. I don't know if you guys ever remember the movie 40 Days and Nights. I want to say it's a movie from the 90s about detoxing. So it's kind of fun to get to day 40 because it's like, well, I detoxed, and I'm not giving you 100% what the statistics are, but I want to say that it takes at least 30 days to get lactose out of your system. And where I'm getting this from is when you're breastfeeding and you've got a fussy baby, they say, maybe they're lactose sensitive, but then they tell you, so you got to cut it, but you might not see improvement for an entire month. So I'd like to look up the exact statistic on that. But see, some people would say, why do you bring your kids on the walk if it just drives them nuts like this? Well, they need to learn to be able to entertain themselves. They have trucks and toys in there. And they even have like a little computer thing that you push the button and it says A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And then number 2, they act like this at home too. So it doesn't matter what the scenery is. This is what we get to deal with. So thank you, Jesus, for healthy kids. Thank you, Jesus, for healthy kids. Okay, so we're about to film Lioness Lifestyle, and I've got to be honest, this makes me want, it's stressful a little bit, you know, nerve-wracking, doing recording, getting to know people, having to answer questions, be on top of my game, and it makes me want to treat myself to something like a cup of coffee sounds wonderful, or to be honest, burger patties sound horrible to me. I'm having a little bit of food aversion, like I don't want to eat burger patties. I don't really want to eat steak. I just want maybe like something sweet. I guess I'm gonna stick with my water here. I really do love it salty. I know some people are like, electrolytes aren't necessary. Whether they're necessary or not, I just think it tastes good to add some. So that's what I'm gonna have is my salty water. And then afterwards, I've got a big, huge ribeye cooking, and I'm hoping that will hit the spot of a special treat because I don't know, I'm having cravings. I guess if I could have anything, what would it be? It would be a cup of coffee. Okay, so we just finished filming Lioness Lifestyle Live, and before that, I was having all these cravings. I could have had sugar-free Jello with Cool Whip, or even drinking something sweet would have been amazing. Literally, I was having beef aversion. So here's what I did. I cooked myself a ribeye in the air fryer, and then while we were filming our show, so for an hour and a half, the steak sat right next to me, and I couldn't eat it because we're having a show and you can't have like beef in your teeth and be like while you're interviewing someone. So the second the show was over, even though I wanted to talk to the lady because we interviewed the most beautiful, wonderful lady tonight, I just started digging in. I didn't even wait long enough to show you how beautiful my steak was. I just dug right in. I poured some of the renderings from the bottom right on top of it, and so meat aversion gone. Okay, it's day 41 of the Lion Diet, and today's picture is not roses and rainbows. So 41 days in, I'm feeling like, wouldn't it be nice to eat something besides ruminant meat, salt, and water? I am bored AF. I would love to eat something else, but I promised Lisa I would stick it out for 75 days, so here we go. I'm also playing out, like, what would it feel like to eat those foods? Like, would I actually feel better? Okay. So I'm also playing out, like, here's what my thought is. I vowed 75 days, so eating something else isn't an option. And the next thing that goes into my mind is, what if I did? How would that feel? I was feeling like every time I was eating, I was getting inflamed. I don't want to be any more inflamed than I already am. My stomach, I was having stomach aches sometimes from certain foods. I feel like there's certain foods that I eat, like dairy, it's an instant 10-pound weight gain. It's just an instant, like it just sticks right to my body. So do I feel like gaining even more weight than my hormones are already making me gain? No. So I'm not going to do it. Today, I will have probably a lot of steak because I'm really cravey, so I want to make sure that I'm eating something satiating. Okay, so I'm having major cravings today, so I'm just going to keep cooking meat. That's the plan. I don't know what else to do. Like, I could just eat cheese right now. I feel like I have to eat cheese right now. So what I did was I got a family-sized chuck roast. I cut it into pieces. This is about a 4-pound roast. Cut it into pieces. I used the saute feature on my Instant Pot, sauteed each side. Then I added my oxtail juice that I saved. So you could use any type of bone broth or whatever you have saved. I just added a little bit more juice, a pinch of salt, and I'm going to put this on high for about 80 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I overate beef today to try to keep myself from eating other things. My stomach hurts and I feel gross. You know, like when let's say you binge some food and you just feel gross afterwards. That's how I feel right now. But I'm just doing what I can to stick to plan because I'm having these crazy cravings and it was bothering the crap out of me. So I don't know what else to do other than eat things that are on plan to keep myself from eating things that are off plan. And now I feel gross. And this morning we recorded Beyond Bariatrics, so that's when I usually work out, but we recorded our show, so now I have to get a workout in later in the day. I don't really like doing that, but here we are giving it a try, and it is so cold outside.